like it.
Yeah. Well, hello. Welcome to Zero Sigma. This is a gaming channel where me and a few buds, we hang out on the couch and we play some games, tell some stories, and tell some jokes. So, yeah, why don't you come on, relax with us, hang out. Playing some Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. And I got Shane with me here today.
How's it going, guys? I'm just getting over a cold, so my voice sounds more rugged and gravelly. That's the reason.
It's got that sexy radio undertone to it, though, so I think people are going to be...
Some Bloodstained.
Yeah, version 1.1. So this is a game created by Artplay. It was actually produced by the same producer as the Castlevania series, and that guy's that Koji Igarashi guy. So
interesting. Yeah. He's just going back to the well. He's like, well, I know how to make a Castlevania game, so maybe we should make another one.
So I guess I have a few save files here, but we're gonna start a new one. This is just a very indie type 8-bit game that, you know, it's gonna remind you of exactly of Castlevania. So just, you know, it's gonna have a little bit more of a modern sharpness to it, and you know, there's gonna be a whole story, I guess, too. So I guess we can read through it.
I always kind of. Have you seen like Kung Fury? I always kind of dig these kind of things where it's like if you're making something specifically to be like something in the past, where the people that made it in the past, like Castlevania, they didn't know that it was going to be like what it was, kind of.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting to how you can kind of polish or like tell a different story because you already know how it went the first time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Another one of my favorite things is like they always try to put these nice intricate stories into it, and I'm like, you go from left to right, you kill what's ever in front of you, and you beat the boss at the end, and then you might get a thing, and then it gets harder in the next level. I mean,
it's always interesting to me too, in that way that like I've played some D&D, and like I really do like the fantasy and horror genre a lot, but at the same time, like you never know who is like, I guess you never know who is going to really attach to the story you're telling, you know, because a lot of them just like, I don't care in some ways, but then,
right.
but there are people where it's like, this could be some people's first introduction to this. And they're like, oh my God, like either the demons of the moon themselves would feel the wrath of his blade. That's high intensity. And there's like,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's everything is someone's first something, and it's like what they compare everything to.
There I am. I'm somebody. I know it said the name in there. But I mean, if the story interests you, then go ahead and maybe mute us and read that. But just like Castlevania, I mean, we have the torches that we gotta get for you know, power-ups and upgrades and stuff. So
I dig the sounds.
Oh yeah. And this also kind of reminded me of Shovel Knight in a way. I don't know if you've ever played Shovel Knight.
Dude, I've heard so many podcasts to listen to. You guys should check them out if you're into comics. Comics Conspiracy Podcast. They talk about Shovel Knight a lot on that, and Geekbox. The Geekbox is another one. One of the Geekbox is a Comics Conspiracy like comic shop owner, but then the other guy, he used to be the like lead editor for not IGN, but he's like big in the industry, and he kind of got out of it when the internet really got big and like views got spread around quite a bit from like to that more like clickbaity style of stuff, you know?
Oh yeah.
So he was big in the industry when there was money in it, and he's kind of out of it now, and he does like consulting work, and he talks about Shovel Knight all the time. And like, it feels like one of those games where it's like, it's a gamer's type game where like people can appreciate it, but like it's people that really play a lot of games are like, no, this is something that you should play, and they play the hell out of it.
Nice. I have a secondary weapon too. So some of the hearts you see I'm collecting, those aren't health. That's just, you know, just like Castlevania, that's like your ammo. So that's how many of the secondary weapon you get.
Whoa, secret.
So I haven't gotten that far into this game before. I have played it, but you can unlock other characters that have different abilities. So I think you might have to come back to this level to do this part, because like I think someone gets a sliding move or something.
Well, and right in the beginning, like the very first screen, there was that ladder or that staircase up at the top. So like there has to be a dude that like can fly or like maybe can grapple or something.
I think I've gotten to like the 3rd level before, but hey, which way do I go?
Right.
He's just pointing. He's got a little guy there. So you can use sub-weapons with the X button. However, the world require weapon points. Yes. Lamps. Perhaps I can find a magic potion to restore my weapon points. Okay, so maybe potions restore your
that makes sense.
Your secondary, whatever. I seem to be getting a lot of those. But, God, you brought up a good point. Something that I'm just getting really sick of is like the clickbait culture. You know, it's just like...
It's reached a critical mass where it's... like, man, like I specific, like it's 4 clicks and it's like people don't realize that like even if you're clicking on something to hate on it, they got the click. Like I don't go to Bleeding. I got tricked into going to Bleeding Cool by accident the other day, and I'm like, I don't like Bleeding Cool anymore. Like I used to, and they just, it's not.
I am killing myself with it. No! Oh, jeez.
I won't go there anymore. It's like it's worse than BuzzFeed.
Oh, God, I gave up on BuzzFeed like 5 years ago.
Even when I read there, like, I know they have multiple divisions and stuff, like, because they have, like, a legitimate news division, but, like, I still just associate it so much with their clickbait stuff that, like, I have to, like, check myself every time. I'm like, oh, it's not, like, the clickbait part of BuzzFeed, like, just because they're a media conglomerate, so, like, just because it says that doesn't mean that they, you know, whatever, but... It's still difficult because they want that connection to be made, and I make it, but I don't have a good connection to BuzzFeed.
No, and like my biggest thing too is like I hate that, you know, you get the whole topic of like capitalism going and stuff, and I think that's all related to like making people click on things on the internet. Like that's like what they don't care about giving you good content. They just want you to click on their thing.
Oh, dude, we've been in peak capitalism, and I just like you just have to, everything that happens, at least in the West, you have to view that way because like, dude, like more topical. I don't know how you feel about Conor McGregor, but I hate him because that's because he's the heel. Like being the heel is the most peak capitalism thing. Like that, like. He's playing the character of he's the heel. You're supposed to hate him, and by me hating him, I'm like feeding into what his goal is, and I just don't like it.
By the way, I didn't want to interrupt you before, but so I gave me a secondary weapon, and if I think it's correct, yeah. See, that's I don't know why I didn't use that before when I got killed by that stupid torch thing up on the ladder.
Well, it looks like Castlevania where it's like you only have one secondary weapon slot, so if you accidentally pick up a different one, then it switches it out.
Well, it gave it to me after I saw that little skeleton dude pointing me in the right direction. I go, why did you know? So it's making you use those things. It's like teaching you, hey, this is how you use it.
Well, that was a big thing in. We were talking about. I'll mention Summoning Salt again. Their speedruns, the Castlevania speedrun, one of like the biggest things that like save time is that like avoiding picking up certain weapons because like the bomb thing that you had in the beginning is like really good if you're like technically good at it and you can avoid some things. Oh my God, holy water.
Yeah, it's the holy water move.
And holy water is holy water is good against a lot of things if you don't get hit by the lamps, but it's like you have to be really good not to get hit by the lamps and stuff when the whip just makes it way easier.
Well, it's just good game design where like I ducked under you. It makes you like have to use the secondary weapons. It doesn't make you super overpowered that they don't mean they don't really mean anything because like I've played Castlevania 4 before, and I don't know if you've watched anybody play that, but like your whip can just do everything. Your whip is like the best thing ever.
You got it back. It's good against those dudes.
I'm thinking.
Yep.
Okay. But it's just like secondary weapons in Castlevania 4 don't really mean anything because like it's like the best. Oh God.
There you go.
I'm taking a lot of damage here. So it's just, I don't know. It looks like it's, been designed nicely. Come here. Yeah. like I say, I've brought this up before, but it's just like playing a game and trying to talk and commentate at the same time. It's hard because like I've never had this much trouble before.
Can you toss a potion from the top stairs?
Oh no, I'm just.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there we go. But yeah, it's just like going back to the clickbait stuff. It's just like I don't know why. I just kind of feel like people just don't really have passion or respect for what they're doing anymore. Like if I ever make my thumbnails or titles like super clickbaity on YouTube, then I've just lost my way.
And it's one of those things where it's like I mean, you know, die by your like, I don't know, because it's like one of those things where like even YouTube people that I like and respect that don't do that, you know, they whip his ass.
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
That you can still keep your values without like totally selling out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like you can make an effective thumbnail or effective like SEO, like search optimization kind of stuff without just being total scum. But it's such a slippery slope to be total scum because sometimes when you're scum, you make more money.
And like for me, I'm not in it for the money or whatever. I just enjoy doing this. But like, like I could do what all those like fail video compilations do, and I can just put like a hot chick with major cleavage in the thumbnail, and of course people will click on it. If I wanted to do this for the views, then I would just put a hot chick on every one of my thumbnails and whatever, and just say like, oh, you could probably see this in the future. But I don't do that. I have respect for my viewers. I have respect for what I do. I mean, like, I'm trying to grow and develop what we're doing here. Like, I mean, like, it's not fully realized yet. There's probably not the structure that I want, but
dude,
I mean, if I lose the spirit of what I'm doing, then it's over. Then I'm done. But
internet comment etiquette. Have you ever watched those videos?
Is it like a series?
It's
or
a
something?
YouTube channel. Okay, you would remember this. This is an old meme, like old YouTube meme and like viral video. You remember driving on Salvia?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He redid his channel to be internet. He does like tweets from class and internet comment etiquette, and he goes by Salvia Eric or Big Money Salvia because that's what all people know him by. So he like rolls into it, but he makes the videos seem really shitty and bad, but his like brand is that he's making a bad video. He's making it bad. It's super well edited and it's really well written too on everything he does. But he has videos on how to optimize your YouTube channel, how to de-optimize your YouTube channel, or like kind of like almost commentary like kind of videos on that stuff, but he like stays true to what he's doing. And this is the one that cracked me up, made me think of it with the out for money thing, is that he had one on Kickstarters and how it was back when Kickstarter got really big and there was like a ton of money in it because it was kind of new. And he did a Kickstarter. I got
Miriam, by the way.
Oh, you get to switch characters up?
I think you can change up, based on however you want, I think. Okay, it appears you can use L or R buttons to switch. Okay. Can
you switch whenever you want?
Yeah.
Oh, wild.
Look at that.
Okay.
So her main weapon is more of a whip. It's got a little bit longer of a reach. So yeah. Anyway, just didn't want to.
No. For sure. I
have a higher jump. Oh, see, I'm the one that slides.
There you go.
I'm the one that slides. Yeah, my jump's better.
Oh, but before I lose it, he had a Kickstarter where he had to put a product in, and he just wanted to do a one. He's always like drinking wine in his videos, and he's like, well, I'm almost out of wine, and I need a haircut, so I'm gonna make a video of me drinking wine and getting a haircut. And he like reached his goal on it and stuff, and it was like he was kind of even talking about like in the video, like someone paid $600 to decide what his haircut was, and it was a pineapple haircut.
Oh my god! Yes.
And he's like, "Would you get a pineapple haircut for $3,400?" And they're like, "No." Oh, jeez. It was perfect peak capitalism in a way where it was true to what his channel was. It was really funny.
Well, that's great. I mean, like, Are you referring to the video he made where like he never did drive? He was on a car, but he did smoke salvia, and like he just like completely he went to space.
That was the joke, is that every video was him doing something on salvia, but he never did anything because he just tripped for 2 minutes and then that was it.
And and the one I'm talking about is an old video, right? But I didn't see it until much later, maybe last year on Reddit. It popped up on Reddit again. And I bring up Reddit because going kind of the theme of we've been talking about is just like clickbait and stuff. Is one of my favorite ones is saved you a click. Have you ever been to that subreddit?
Saved you a click's funny.
Yeah. So it's just like, please, I don't know, have respect for what you're doing and don't it's just pandering to me. It's just very pandering and
makes you feel dumb.
Yeah.
Or makes you think they think you're dumb.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, you know, they'll click on this. For sure. I mean, like, I don't know. For me, that's just not what this is going to be about. But anyway, so yeah, this is level 2, I guess, of this game. So I mean, like, we can wrap things up and play the rest of this. I want to kind of start making some of these a little bit shorter videos. I mean, just kind of having respect for people's attention spans and all that good stuff. But
you can always put autoplay on, or like mine is that it seems like I switch it off every single time and then it restarts every time.
Yeah. So we'll either go down or go to the right in the next episode of Zero Sigma. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll bring you some more good stuff. We'll keep playing this a little bit longer, and
hit that bell icon. We're all about the views. That's all we care about.
That's all we want. Get the notifications, man. So we'll be catching you later. All right, bye. We'll see some more Purple Miriam. All right, come back for her
later.
All right, bye.